Let's do it. What up, everybody? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Hey, yo, so we're actually covering computer love as far as this guitar tutorial or guitar talk, guitar discussion, whatever you want to call it. This is not a song that is typically covered on guitar or talked about on guitar, or, you don't see a lot of guitar lessons showing, how to play the notes on guitar. It's typically like a keyboard lesson, a voice box lesson, typically. All right. So just keep that in mind. I'll wait a few minutes to just, wait for people to come on and everything. So I got everything ready right now. And it's been a little minute since I've been on. Actually, I've typically been coming on and doing like Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays. But we're shifting a little bit, just working. That's pretty much it. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I'm actually going to show the charts as well. If you want to see the charts, come on over to YouTube, because I don't show them on TikTok. But if you just want to hear the discussion, that's fine too. I'm gonna brighten myself up just a little bit. Just a little bit. I think that's a little better. There we go. Just a little bit. All right. Yeah, but I hope everyone is doing well. And I'll start going over these chords real fast, and we about to get into this. We about to get into it. All right. Hold on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing? Come on, man. Act right. Act right, act right, act right. Okay. All right, y'all. Computer love on guitar. Here we go. All right, so I'm about to show these charts. Yo, that's crazy. All right, on YouTube, I'm showing the charts to start off. And I pretty much show them in the beginning to, so that everyone can get an idea of where the chords are. Okay? So pretty much the chords, or like where we're like sitting right now, is like F sharp minor. The relative major, well, that's the relative minor of A major. What's up, Scatzos? No, I'm running effects from this XP Stomp. HX Stomp. Sorry about that. Line 6. That's effects wise. That's what that's coming through. It's like the ping pong delay is what I'm running. Right here, my trusty Ira Extreme. Yep. That's how I got my sound. I got my sound coming from my interface. Yeah, it's coming from my interface going into the stream. Yep. This thing, it's a workhorse. So. Yeah, so the song Computer Love, which is so that's what we're going over. All right. That's what we're going over. All right, y'all. So if you want to see the charts to these chords, come over to my YouTube page, which is just go to my profile on TikTok, click the link, and you'll be able to see those. Okay. All right. Let me share. All right. So I noticed that on one of my last lives, my little picture was in the way. So I need to move that out of the way this time. So that you can actually see the guitar licks over here. Okay. All right. So here are the chords, and I will play them just all the way through. And again, some of you already know that I don't put all the notes like the full like format, but I will put all the notes. I always put all the notes. So, but just know that the notes and the phrases repeat themselves, and you can pretty much copy and paste it wherever you want it to be. But I try to show all the, all the notes that are used within the actual song. Okay, so here are the chords to Computer Love. Here we go. We're starting with B minor seventh. Let me turn this down. That's very loud. Don't want to do that. Okay. All right, so and this is pretty much like the tempo, and maybe I'll play the melody with it. I haven't practiced that. All right. Okay, I'm not back far enough. Not back far enough. All right, cool. Here we go. So that was the verse. So these chords are pretty much, let me show you what those chords are real quick. Let me go back to the top. So the chords are B minor seventh. Appreciate it, Richard Doe. Appreciate it, man. So yeah, here is the B minor seventh. Some of you on TikTok can see it, but if you want to see the full thing, go to my YouTube page. Okay. And when you're using your pick, you can always use, like, it's all about technique. So you can always use like the other side. You can use the back side, so it can, or you can use like kind of angle it. You know what I'm saying? So B minor seventh, and then F sharp minor seventh, or like a minor nine. Some call it an add nine. And you can also play this up on the 7th fret as well. You can kind of reverse it, so you can play the B minor seventh, or add 9, minor 7, add 9. And then on the 9th fret, you'll be playing the minor 7th shape up there as well. So you're reversing it. So the part when they're like, you know, or you know, let me try to hit the note right. You know, I've been searching for someone. So, you know, I've been searching for someone. Da 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 da, flood me. Da 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 da. And then they walk it up like da 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 da. Then they go all that stuff. So I'll get into that part. But those are the main chords of the verse. Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Let me get that melody. So, but just the verse is the B minor 7th going to the F sharp minor 7th. If you want to add the 9, you can. That's pretty much how that sounds for the verse. Okay. Nah, bro. This is for Jeezy 17 on YouTube. Did you change your YouTube name? I don't remember seeing that. I remember seeing your picture, but not the name. On YouTube. Nah, it's not a new guitar. I ain't have no strings in it. So it was just kind of sitting off to the side. And I just put some strings on. So yeah, I got my other one right here. So Richard Doe, a player strat. Yo, this is a Squire I bought for like $95, man. I just put some new pickups in it. But I appreciate it though. But I've had it for years though. I've had this for like eight years or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I've made it to how I like for it to feel. But yeah, I bought this guitar for probably between $95 and maybe like $120 from Guitar Center. It was in the used section, and it was just like regular. It had like a maple neck and the regular Squire pickups. I took all that out and put some Seymour Duncan hot rails, a little 59, and something else like some cool rails or something. And I put a new neck on it, and I got it hot, just how I like it. Yeah. But Jerry Brooks, I play a range of music. I mean, primarily it's like R&B. But I play CCM, R&B, funk. I dabble in the jazz. And what else? I really like country. I really do like country music. I don't play it a lot, but I do like it. I do like it. All right. And sometimes you'll hear like, but that's where the quartet comes in. That's like blues, country, bluegrass. A lot of that is in there too. And if you use your swells, it's all there. You know what I'm saying? I got everything I need. Let's I'm sure I can play that lead, but we're gonna stick to this song right now. But I got my lead sound. You can hear my lead sound if you just want to hear my lead sound or whatever. You see it's cranked up. Trying to make it scream. Whatever. I'm just like fumbling around because I ain't really in that mindset right now, but cool. So let me show you these other chords real quick. Let me move on down. So yeah, so for the first part, that was close enough. That's funny. Hey, I got another strap back here. It's all black, and I got one over here too. I got three. Dang. Okay, I got 3 black strats. Sorry, I got one I got a few of them, so I just don't bring them out. You know Run that back, Chief. Come on. So that's the verse. Now, here's the other part. Let me move this out of the way so that you can see the charts. And oh yeah, I'm gonna go over that walk up too. I'm gonna go over that walk up real fast. So let me go over the walk up so you can see that. Sorry about that. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, this is Computer Love by Raj and Zap. Or Zap and Raj, whatever you want to call it. Computer Love. Doo-doo. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. This is like a old 80s hit, mid 80s. You know what I'm saying? So now let's walk up from the B minor right here. Again. So these are just a series of major 7th chords, well, minor 7th chords, major 7th chord, and one major chord, which that major chord, which is that's an E major. I really think it's a sus4, like, instead of I think it plays that note, to be honest with you. Yep, Roger Troutman. That is correct. That is correct. So guys, like the way that you walk up on it, let me, I just showed you as far as that chart, but let me show you like in person how it looks. Well, not in person, but I think y'all know what I mean. Yeah, man, you already know. So yeah, we're up here on the 2nd fret. All right. Let me go up here first. That was kind of low. the root of these chords is first on the second fret, A string, then the fourth fret, fifth fret, ninth fret, seventh fret. These are the roots of each chord. The actual chords are. So that's what that is. And I showed you on the chart, so you should know it as far as that. I just use my whammy bar, so I'm not out too bad. I just put these strings on too. And I was cooking earlier. I got a little bit of food on my shirt. I hope y'all don't mind. I don't be worried about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I got a little food dropped on my shirt a little bit. Don't mind it. Don't mind it. Don't mind me. I ain't feel like changing shirts yet. All right. So yeah, so that's that part. Now, the next part is really like the double stop. Like the whole point of me showing y'all how to play this is because it's not really like a guitar song, but because of Roger Troutman using, appreciate it, Wheezy F, because Roger Troutman was using a voice box, a lot of the harmonies he's using work well for guitar. And the keys are definitely like, jazzy, soulful keys type stuff, you know what I'm saying? So it works well for guitar, you know what I'm saying? It works well for like little stuff like that. So or if you want to do like the whammy and stuff like that. I don't know if they make the same talk box, but talk boxes are definitely, it may not be called a talk box. It might be called something like a vocoder or, but yeah, for sure. Like talk boxes are still in the market for sure. You could put it on the guitar or the keyboard, They a lot of times interface with software and stuff, but there are pedals. There are like guitar pedals that you can actually use that for. Most definitely. Sure are. So let's get to everybody on YouTube. YouTube, tap in, man. I only got one person tapping in. Y'all, man, listen. Man, this thing gonna start flooding one day. Then y'all will be, trying to get through in the thread. And I'll be like, oh, who is that? Oh, yeah, man, I've been there since the beginning. I don't remember you. Yeah. Golden Throat was one of them. Yep. That is true. What up, Kat? I do play with a band, yes, a church band. I'm a church musician. I don't tour like that. That ain't my thing. I'm not really into that. I like being home with my family. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Bruno Mars, his producer uses it. Yep. That's what's up. I hear you. So yeah, let's In Before the Flood. Yep. Scub Zero. Nice to meet you. I don't think I remember seeing you. So yeah, let's get to this part. Let's get to the let's get to that part. Let's go to those illustrations, well, to the charts. Okay. Right here. Now these are 16th notes, like 1 2 type things. Not 1 and 2 and, but 1 1 1 So for those of you who read tabs, See, somebody recognized the melody. This is Cornelius Austin. He recognized the melody. Yep, that's Computer Love. You already know. So for those of you who read tabs, and Cornelius, you can see the actual charts that I'm putting up on YouTube. I don't really have it to where TikTok can see it like that. So yes, double stops, exactly. Computer Love is a keyboard song, and it's like the guitars are not really high on that song. There are guitars on the song, but they're just very, very low. You don't really hear it like that. But those talk box harmonies work so well for guitar. So that's the whole point of me sharing the song. It's not that I'm sharing the song. It's I'm teaching that part. You know what I'm saying? So that's why. And that's typically how I share my guitar tutorials. If it has a good teaching point, I'm gonna share the song and then go into that point. But for those of you who read tabs, you can see right down here where the tabs are, okay? And then you can sauce it up how you want to do it, you know? So I don't know why I got that little swing on it. I ain't put that on there. But anyway, here's the whole thing. Let's go to the beginning again. I like to show it in context. Let's go. Here we go. Oh man, dang. I skipped a part on y'all. My bad. My bad. So running it back on the before the double stops. Hold that thought on the double stops. But on the part where they say, you know, shooby doo bop, shoo doo bop, I wanna love you, shoo doo bop, computer love, that part. So those have chords under it as well. Right. Oh, somebody's singing it. Yeah, Cornelius singing it. So those chords are here. Here are those chords. Here are those chords. Shoot-a-bop, I wanna love you. Shoot-a-bop, my computer love. Okay, so here it is. Shoot-a-bop, I wanna love you. Computer love. Shoot-a-bop, shoot-a-bop, I wanna love you. Shoot-a-bop, my computer love. Now it's so bass synth heavy that all you hear is boom, 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 boom. That's what you hear real heavy. But the chords that go with that. Shoot-a-doo-bop, shoot-a-bop, I wanna love you. Shoot-a-doo-bop, my computer love. That's what you hear. So that is right here. It's a B minor seventh, and then C sharp minor seventh, and then it goes to E major, and then what's that after that? Yeah, F sharp minor seventh. You know what I'm saying? This is for Cornelius. This is a question from Cornelius. A range of things. I'm really not like a one type of. I get tired of the same thing. That's just me. I get tired of the same. I get tired of listening to the same exact. I'll get tired of that and I'll go to something else. So one day I might listen to George Benson. The next day I might listen to some Tony. Next day I might listen to some country music. Next day I might listen to some CCM. Next day I might pull back some hip hop from like the 90s, like the Roots or something like that. Or, I might pull out some Hendrix or, so that's just like, now all of it has like a very soulful, core of all of what I listen to. But yeah, yeah, oh yeah, Joe Pass all day, all day. You know what I'm saying? But just the way my mind, I get bored really, really fast. I got to change all the time unless I'm trying to master something. If I'm trying to master something, I'll stay locked in on that. Greg Howe, I mean, like just a lot of stuff. So, but yeah, Chad Atkins, Jubal Smith, I mean, all that stuff. So yeah, I listen to a range of things. Yeah, I listen to a range, but there is a core, like, sound that I like. I'm big on timing. I don't like music where they rush the timing. I listen to music a lot where it's kind of like behind the time a little bit. So Jerry Brooks. I don't know that I can make my guitar sound like Ernie Isley, but what's the song? I think I can do it this way. Maybe that was close. Let me get back my settings. So, oh yeah. Summer Breeze, yeah, Summer Breeze. I put that tutorial up too. So yeah, back to the charts. Back to the charts. Shooby-doo-bop, shooby-doo-bop, shoo-doo-bop, I wanna love you, shoo-doo-doo-bop, computer love. Shoo-doo-doo-bop, shoo-doo-bop, I wanna love you, shoo-doo-doo-bop, computer. And here are the notes. And for those of you who don't know, who toward the end, that was Charlie Wilson. I want to say Charlie Wilson wrote this song. I think Charlie Wilson, Uncle Charlie. I think he wrote it. He's the actual writer. Because you could hear him, y'all can hear him in the back. Ooh, ooh, doing what he does, doing his oohs, his famous oohs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yep. I didn't always know that, but probably some years ago, I found out that Charlie wrote that. I mean, you can hear him. You can hear him. Yeah. Yep. He was lead singer of Gap Band, and he was the main voice. I mean, now he's known as Uncle Charlie, but yeah, man, Charlie Wilson, and yeah, Roger just got on, put the talk box on it, and I think it was Roger and who else was singing? Yeah, that's he was the main one just on keys. That ooey is funny, but you can't deny it though. Ooey, and then he do his little run. Ooh, yeah. That thing is hilarious. So yeah. So those are the charts. Y'all can, revisit that as much as you need to. And I'll leave this on the replay, and I can kind of just go over the actual, I guess, the way I would voice it, because I haven't really practiced the melody like that. But let me bring this back up. So, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Cornelius. Thank you. So the way I would voice it, make sure that's not too loud. So the parts where he's like, So if I were to play this with a band and do the whole thing, and I'm just back in my little pocket, I would kind of play the B minor seventh, but understand that there are places that you can kind of hammer on and pull off. You can kind of do that with those chords. I need to hold back this tone. Do I tour? No, I play for a church. I do play for a church though. I'm not in the touring right now. Maybe after my daughters, are set and I ain't got to be away, I might tour at that time. But I ain't really into that. Now, if I find a core of like a cool team to work with and they really take care of me, of course I would. But I honestly have not had the best experience with the whole music industry thing. I still got to play music because that's who I am. I like painting and I like music. So I have to do it. But, there are some people in the music industry who should not be in it. And they, they're letting the devil rule them. So I ain't got time for that. There's people in the church who let the devil rule them too. But I feel like where I am now is a really, really good place. So yeah, I'm a church musician. It's been really consistent. I ain't got no complaints. If I find a really good situation and it's like a touring situation, I would do it. It got to make sense though. But yeah. Oh, the church where I play, I play for a church where the pastor gets blasted online. I'll say that. The pastor gets blasted online. I don't know where they get the information from, but I play for I'm the guitarist for Pastor Creflo Dollar's church. That's where I play. That's where I play. Yeah. Billy Cook, I appreciate you, man. But yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, pass the dollar, the truth, man. Like, the internet is real cutthroat, and they just really, especially they got AI now. Listen, man. So they can really put some stuff up. I saw some videos go up recently that was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? But, I've learned this only because, and I'll touch on this for a real quick second. Like, I'm not in like a super high position, but even being in the position I'm in, I've had a taste of being talked about a certain way and didn't know where the information came from. So it helped me to understand people who are in really high positions who get talked about, and they did. Now, I'm not saying this is all people, because some people in high positions they do dirt too. But there are some who, it's like, where did they get the information from? And some of the some of the stories, I know where the information came from, but they didn't have all the information. They only had a piece of the information. You know, like some of those church services, I was in the church service, and a lot of us are like, where did they get that information from? You know, in one particular church service, I remember Pastor Dollar saying, you know what, dang, I should not have said this thing because they're going to take it out of context, but I can't take it back. You know what I'm saying? So he has very much admitted, times where he may have said something wrong or out of context. And the thing is, he corrected himself, or he may have apologized, and actually explained it, but they didn't have that. They didn't have that on tape. You know what I'm saying? So he's one of the few pastors, so for those of you who are listening, he's one of the few pastors who's not afraid. He's not afraid to, if for years he's taught something that was like not scriptural, or he will stop and say, hey y'all, I really apologize. I got new revelation about this. Let me teach further into this. Here's what the Lord has put on my heart concerning this. I've grown. I got new understanding. So here's where I am, and let me teach you. And some pastors, if they learn something new, they will hang on the old thing. I would not sit under a pastor who is teaching the old thing where they've learned something new. And revelation is progressive. So we grow in our understanding. It's not going to be the same thing it was 50 years ago when our understanding is growing. And he will stand there and say, guys, this is how I understood it at the time. And I realized that you all were following what I had. Now, we all got to do our own stuff too. We got to do our own, study as well. And there's been some stuff that I've studied where I didn't agree with them. And then later, his message would line up with what I understood. So people can't be so quick to leave somewhere just because people are talking. I feel like people are so wrong about that. That's why I don't broadcast where I play, what church I play at, because not everybody gets it. I'm not afraid to say something. I don't care what people think. It's just the chatter. It's too much sometimes, and it's unfortunate, but the enemy don't want people to be set free. And if someone is imperfect, because he's not perfect, nor is anyone else, our journey in learning is going to have its pace, but he is one of the most consistent people that I've ever seen. During COVID, I saw him preach to 8,000 seats empty, and he did it the same. He kept it consistent, and a lot of churches closed down during that time. And he kept it, because I've never seen nobody do that. I've never seen nobody stand there and all those seats were empty, and I'm sitting back behind him, and he's preaching the same exact way. I would quit. I've never seen nobody do it. I've seen him do it. I've seen it where during that time, I've seen him do some things that people will not share on the internet, and I'm not even gonna share. I got a lot of stories. I've seen him believe on somebody else's behalf. There are stories about that jet that everybody is talking about, where that was almost about to crash, and they were in the air, and they prayed, and that engine came back on. And that happened several times. But yet he got to where he needed to go and preach the gospel. They don't talk about that. They don't talk about him being in the air and the joint was about to crash. He prayed and it cut back on. They got to where they needed to go. They don't talk about that part. That ain't on the news. They don't talk about the houses they gave away and stuff like that, but they don't broadcast that. They don't, you know what I'm saying? It's just, what do you do? What do you do? I invite you to come out, but anyhow, B minor seventh. B minor seventh. So I'm not gonna do Curtis Mayfield today. This is to Mother. I'm not gonna do it today, but that is coming up because one song that I really love is The Makings of You. That song is like near and dear to me. So that is coming up, but not today though, because I want to stay on task. Yeah, man. The thing is, well, okay, Mother. Your profile is Mother. I want to stay on task of what I'm doing right now. That's all. And I don't know if I have a favorite song like that. But yeah, but with these chords, the way that you can actually like hammer on, because of the way that they're shaped, and this, a minor seventh chord played at this A string, it's the same, pretty much the same shape, unless you're playing like a drop two shape, like if you're, this is also a minor seventh chord. These are two the same chord. But here's this shape. Here's this one. They sound a little different, but you can get different colors from them. So how long have I been playing? I'm 43 now. I started when I was about 21. I think I got my first guitar when I was 21. So 22, 23 years. Yeah. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank y'all, man. Favorite chord progression? You started at 3. Yo, I started piano at 5. So piano was my first instrument. Yep. And I used piano to teach myself guitar when I was in college. That was sloppy. My favorite chord progression. Let me take my delay off. I don't know if I have a favorite chord progression, but there's a way that you can walk down. I do play bass. I got a bass over here. Yep, I do play bass. Sure do. Got a 5 string. Yep. How do I get my guitar not to buzz? Have a really straight neck. Have really level frets. One way to actually if you get a file and slide it across all the frets, it's like a diamond cut file. That's one way to get it straight, so that when you set your string height, it doesn't buzz. But if there's a fret that's like higher than another, and you fret before that fret, you fret a note before that, it'll actually buzz. And you have your strings too low, it'll buzz. So one way around that, if you don't want to do the work, just buy a new neck. You ain't got to do all the fret work. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Belly of the Beast. Yep, I have. Yep. I don't have an amp. Well, I'm lying. I got an amp. My bad. I got an orange amp back here. I'm not using it though. I'm using my pedal board right now. I don't know if I can show it though. I'm letting y'all into my back office. So here is, cause on my phone right here. Let me see. So here's my little amp back there in the back. Let me see. It's right there by the shelf. But here's my pedal board right here. So let me actually flip this. Can I flip it while we on? I don't know if I can flip it. Yeah, I'll do it another time because I don't know if I can flip it while I'm on here. So what I'll do another live, me showing my stuff or whatever. Yeah, Tori, a pedal board. Yep, sure did. Yeah. So what was I about to say? Yeah, I got a pedal board, Tori. It's like a series of effects, that I'm running my sound through. And I got it plugged straight up to my interface. The reason why is because I got daughters downstairs, and if I'm micing the amp, So right now, my voice to my mic, my pedal board going straight into my interface. It sounds kind of like an amp though. If I want to play like reverbs. Let me get back to this the chord progressions. One of my favorite chord progressions is it's like this walk down. So say I'm at the 1, and there are actually a few ways that you can do this. It's not like just one way, but like classical music has this way of walking down, like in gospel too. It's like walking down in like fourths and fifths. I like that. I like how it's just like these movements. So it's not one particular chord progression. It's just like movements. I like chords that move. So there's this movement though that goes from the 1 there's the 7. Instead of the 6 or this 3, you can play like a dominant 7. So I like stuff that does that. Or I like stuff that just moves around. But you can also hear like a melody that goes, with it. So it's not one chord progression. Yeah. The bass that I have, I just got a Squier bass. It's like a 5-string Squier. What is it? A jazz bass. Yep. That's what I have. So as far as the minor 7th, Yeah, they do. The minor seventh chord, the way that I like to treat that is here's the actual shape. But you can lift certain fingers in. So because of how you can lift your fingers on that fourth fret and third fret, you can utilize those to kind of color that chord up. And it's like the more you actually play the chord or that type of chord, the more you can experiment with how to actually color it up. And once you get comfortable with the chord, you don't have to be locked into playing the whole chord either. Then you can just like you can do it like movements more so. And so yeah. So if I were to move it down, and this chord progression going from the B, going from the B to the C sharp, this is cool because you can hit the minor 7, add 9, then, so instead of going up, you go boom, boom, you can actually go boom, boom. And then on this E, instead of hitting that major, you can hit that sus4. And then on the F sharp minor 7, actually minor 7, add 9. So it's cool how that melody goes. So even though you're walking up, these notes go down while this goes up. I like stuff that does that, just like this. So I like when chords do that, where the melody's going down, but the chord is going up. So it's like a counter. It's like it's kind of overlapping, going that way. So, have I ever come to? I have never come to the Guitar Summit, but I've talked to him, messaged him about it. So, yeah, haven't actually gone. Nope. Here are the octaves. Yep. Yep. I gotta get that cleaner. notch out there. That's funny. I don't have a favorite scale. I don't have a favorite of a lot of stuff. I just like a lot of stuff. I just like the sound clean. That's all. But anytime somebody asks me what's my favorite this or that, I say, yeah, I ain't got no favorite. Nothing. And then I come back and say, but what I do like is. Oh boy. Oh, Mixolydian. Okay. Justin Gray, Isaiah Sharkey, Jabari Johnson. That dude. All of those guys got something special, man. I'm still trying to catch up to Jabari on how fast he can play. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, all of them. All of them, really. Favorite ice cream, but if you can. Yeah. What I tend to do, I really like chromatics, to be honest with you. Like, as long as I know my my regular stuff, my major scale, I like doing stuff in between. So, you know, I'll play a major scale, mess around and don't even make no sense. It's like, why did you put that there? I don't know. I did that sloppy. So yeah, I like that. Where would I put that? I can't tell you. And one thing I do, I play my modes. I'll play my modes from one position. Well, I'll find one root and just play all my modes in one position. So, major, like say Ionian, Dorian, I'll do that in one position. So, bring it down. And then I'll just go to my next one, like but then I'll also go major. I'll do that. Then then go here. Can't forget this one. That's wrong. So I like to play all my modes with the same root and go through every single mode. I like to do that. So, favorite gospel guitars? At my church, we got, well, man, so we got Corey on keys, real cool guy. He's one of the flyest keyboard players. Now, what I mean by that is, he's not only a good keyboard player, and he knows how to do licks, but he don't flood his whole plan with licks. His name is Corey Rogers, and he's the youngest guy in the band. Like, I don't even think he's 30 yet. He probably just turned 30. Corey Rogers. We got some people call it legendary. Like, I don't know if y'all heard of TLC, right? Well, one of like TLC's main background singer, her name is Deborah Killings. So she's our bass player. Yeah, Deborah Killings, she played, she sang background for TLC, for Tony Braxton. Yeah, she plays bass. You can look her up, Deborah Killings. She sang backgrounds for TLC, for Tony Braxton, for many other people that, she was credited. She got the credits for it, but I'm just saying people don't know that that's her voice holding that whole thing down. Waterfalls, What About Your Friends, like all those songs, early TLC stuff, background vocals was her. She's our bass player, and she plays a 5-string bass. Yeah. Yep. Carlin, he's a backup drummer for Israel Houghton. He hasn't really been touring a whole lot lately, but he does a lot of, he plays drums for Israel Houghton. So yeah, him. We got Matt. Matt is actually over the ministry, music ministry. He's worked with a lot of people in the music industry as well. Yeah, man. You say, does she still have the Yamaha? You mean her bass? I don't know. She probably does. I've worked on a couple of her basses. Right now, she plays like she got 2 precision basses, and I believe I did the setup on both of those basses. I set the action, made sure it sounded right, and it's been sounding good. Those precision basses got 2 9-volt batteries in them, so it's like an 18 situation. But yeah, I've worked on a Tobias bass that she has, and a couple others. She never. I think she did. Well, Prince called her. I don't think she actually played with Prince though. Yeah, I don't think she actually played, but she was band director on the Monique show when Monique had her show. She was like band director for that. But yeah, and she's the coolest. She's the coolest, She definitely is. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. Shoot, every Sunday, the replay is up. The replay is up for like 24 hours before they take it down on the Creflo Dollar. I think it's Creflo Dollar Ministries on YouTube. You could just check it out on YouTube. After 24 hours, they take the praise and worship down, but the first 24 hours or so, they have the praise and worship portion up with the service. Then after that, they take the praise and worship portion off. I don't know if that's like a royalties thing or what, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's where it is. And just look up where it says Creflo Dollar Ministries Re-Air. Re-Air. R-E-Air. That's like pretty much the live, but the replay. That's pretty much what it is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So, Oh, so on the shooby doo bop, shoo bop, I would love it. I played it. Y'all got those charts, but just for the sake of going over it, on the 7th and 9th fret, you're on the E and B string. Index finger is on that 7th fret on the E string. My ring finger is on the 9th fret on the B string. So the E and B string. And when you slide up, it's going to change. It's not, you don't slide up a whole step. You got to switch what that ring finger is on to this. So both of the notes in terms of fret distance is like a whole step apart at first. But when you slide it up, it goes to 1 fret apart. So I don't know if y'all can see that happening. So when you're doing it, so that's like really important. And then, so shooby doo bop, shooby bop, I wanna love you. And then you go up here to the 5th and 7th fret on the E and B string. And when you slide back up to the 7th fret and 9th fret, everything is the same distance at that point. So that part is kind of, it's a little tricky, but if you practice it, you'll get it. You'll get it. And that's just a part of double stops. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's shifting with the harmony. Knowing when to shift that way. And sometimes it's going to be close, like a whole step apart. And sometimes it's going to be 1 fret apart. Okay? Come up a little bit. So yeah, that's pretty much what that is. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna stick around for YouTube for a little longer, but TikTok, I'm about to head out. I appreciate y'all kicking it with me. As always. Thank you for the follows, all that stuff. I appreciate it. But yeah, if y'all got questions, let me know. And I'm gonna do a tutorial on somebody asked, I forget who it was. But cause I haven't done any gospel like that. I don't be sharing no CCM, no gospel like that. But I'm gonna start doing it more. I got a funny story about that, because I don't really like choir music like that. Like, I play for a church, and I'm just not. It's not my thing. But the thing is, when I'm there and I'm playing at the time, it's like so moving. It's crazy. But when I hear it on the radio, I don't be liking it. It be sounding old, man. It be sounding these old school jitterbugs, man. But get me in a room with that choir, man, I be about to cry. So, yeah, man, I'm going to check y'all out. I appreciate y'all hanging out. I appreciate it. All right. All right, y'all. I'm off of TikTok. I actually didn't mean to stay on for that long. So, yeah, if anybody's still hanging out on YouTube, which I see you hanging out, but, definitely let me know if you got some questions about it. I know I rambled a little bit, but I'll be getting off soon. But I'm definitely open to questions. As I wait for questions, if there are some, I'll just be, you know, playing around. Uh, Let me get that right. I'm gonna get that right. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all. So those of you all who was spectating, I appreciate y'all for coming through too. Thank you for keeping me company. I appreciate it, and I'll see y'all. I'll see y'all. I might come on tomorrow, depending on if I finish some work or whatever. But and I got some other stuff. I got a list. So appreciate it. Good night. I got to get ready for church in the morning. All right. I'm about to probably do some Bible study and stuff. So peace, man.